So we're here at the end of the road. Still I can't let go. Because I'm going to do a video about all of the mess that transpired off camera with this cast. Probably will post it because I'm going to post this Saturday. So I'm probably going to post that video on Monday because I got a little bit more research to do. But yeah, this is the end of the road for this. But y'all got one more life after Lockup video from me. So stay tuned. Let's talk about Clint and what? Tracy. Sad, but I mean, it had to end this way. It really, really did. So with Clint and Tracy in this episode, in this season finale, Clint is taking Tracy to rehab. I'm so pissed off that only Tracy is going. Y'all should have went as a couple. She should have went someplace in Arizona. You should have went someplace. Where do they normally go? In Maine. Clint needs to be in Maine somewhere. He don't need to be nowhere near the South. The South has been through enough with Clint. Take him somewhere up Maine. Take Tracy to Arizona somewhere. I think they need to be completely separated by states upon states upon states. Anyway, Tracy is being taken to rehab by Clint. None of that makes sense. While they're riding there, they stop for a moment to look at like an abandoned shack in like the desert. I don't know what that was supposed to mean. I don't know, but I do want to say Tracy, who has broken my heart this entire season, man. Damn, Tracy, like you were so, but listen, when you see life is unexpected, and it's even more unexpected when you are somebody who has sickness. You never know. You never know where the day is going to take you. But it's just so unfortunate because she was a huge draw for this show. Tracy, when she was clean, was good TV. Tracy, relapse Tracy was just heartbreaking to watch. She sat there on the car with Clint and she was just saying she feels hopeless. Guys, that broke me. She was just like, I don't have no hope. I feel hopeless. I'm like, oh, Tracy, I hope she stays clean. I really, really do, because she eventually she leaves within 24 hours, which is normal. That happens a lot. Addicts have to go like back and forth till they get it right? Y'all know I dealt with that with my daddy, so let me, it's a season finale. Let me leave my dad out of this because he does watch these reviews and he's just like, well, you told everybody my business, but it's your business too. I understand, but I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, Dad. I didn't know that he was on YouTube. Anyway, but he's doing great. He's doing great. I'm so proud of him. So, there are victories. There are victories after this. So that's why I'm still rooting for Tracy, because I lived it. Anyway, or experienced it. So anyway, she leaves after 24 hours, but she ends up going back and she completes a 45-day treatment. And I don't know if it has stuck. I did see a weird cameo video of hers, but that's just Tracy. I hope that's just Tracy sober, because we saw her sober. She was a hoot. So that could just be her, but she completed rehab. She completed rehab, and I'm very proud of her. Really, really am. They didn't really wrap them up. You know what I mean? They just said that Tracy left rehab after 24 hours. She went back and completed 45 days, and then they just moved on to another couple. I hope this couple is not coming back next season. Here's why. They're just not a healthy couple. They're toxic. Tracy cannot be in a relationship with somebody who is not admitting that they are an addict. I saw some video of some live of Clint, and he's just talking about how his only thing is weed. And I'm like, listen, we all know somebody who is a pot head. Clint don't give me pot. He gives me meth. And he's lying. And it's just, I don't want Tracy to be in this mentally abusive relationship. I don't know if it's physically, it damn sure is verbally, and it's also mentally, because she is someone who is suffering, who is taking the rap for someone who is suffering as well, but he's also manipulating her. And I think because he comes from what appears to be a good family, right? Both parents have good jobs, they have a nice home, And, you know, when you're poor and you're on the outside looking in, you're thinking that that's like the American dream. Like you want to be able to live like that as well. Not knowing that a lot of those wealthy or rich families got Clint's. You know what I mean? So they're not doing better. But to somebody who hasn't had anything, this looks like better. And I think that's what keeps her in that relationship, and also the addiction. And I'm hoping that if she's clean, I just don't want her to be in a relationship with Clint. He is not a good partner for her. He has mental issues. He also has addiction issues, and he is not addressing any of them. He's throwing everything on pot, and I'm just like, no, that can't be it. And he was even saying, like, I'll talk about it more in my other video, but he was even saying in his live, oh, I probably shouldn't say this or I'll lose my job. You're still employed with WeTV? So I'm thinking we're going to get another season of them, and I don't want it. I do not want it. Tracy is suffering, and staying on this show right now is not helping. It's enabling her addiction, and I don't want that. But the way Clint was talking, it seems like he's in negotiations for another season, and that's very unfortunate. That's very unfortunate, because if there's a Clint showing up, there's going to be a Tracy showing up. And listen, I don't want to see either one of them on that show if they are not sober, period. That has to be in their contract. Do not film them if they are not sober. This is Trainwreck TV. We want to watch this show to escape, have a little laugh, and go on about our business. I don't want to be heartbroken every episode. This ain't intervention. This is life after lockup. Give me the ghetto felonious behavior. Don't give me this drug addiction.
Lacey, Shane, and John.
So Lacey, this episode picks up where the last episode left off, and Lacey runs out of her home into the arms of John. Guys, this is where me and John break up. Like, this was it. I broke up with him last season. He got clean. I was like, okay, I'm gonna give him another shot. This whole scene with him, Lacey, and Shane was just gross. The both of them were so terrible, and I finally realized why they worked. Because they're the same person. They encourage each other's poor behavior. So she runs out of her home like she's some victim into the arms of her ex, while her husband is packing his clothes in trash bags because he's shocked by this. He doesn't know what's happening here. All he knows is that he's a felon, and his wife, who is a manipulative nut job, is screaming at him and telling him to leave. This situation will not go well for him, cameras or not. So he's packing and getting out of there and doing the right thing. She runs out into the arms of John. They both come back into the home, and John starts taunting him with Lacey. And I'm like, how low could you go? Like, how low could you go where you are on TV, like filming this whole mess with your ex, while the both of you are taunting your husband? How are you okay with that? Who has been a great partner to you, because none of us believes this cheating storyline that you made him put on TV. Even with the cheating storyline, we were still rooting for him because he is the best thing, even your father has admitted it, that has happened to you. So I could not believe it. I'm like, you're sitting here filming this and you're acting like this is okay. Like, you don't feel no way. Like, you're that low where this makes sense. And John is just joining in on taunting Shane. He's like picking up his work hat, throwing it at him, calling him corny for having a job, for taking care of his family, for taking care of kids that's not his. Lacey, what are you doing? What are you doing? John is just like going after him, and she's sitting there like, oh my God, what are you doing? Stop. To her husband, not to her ex who was taunting her husband in their marriage bed. Like, this was so disgusting, and Shane was doing so good. I couldn't believe it. These people at their big age, in their 30s, are taunting somebody who is 22 and showing more maturity than the both of them combined, because they're both taunting Shane, and Shane is just packing his stuff. He's just like, I'm just going to get out of here because, I can't defend myself against John because I'm a felon. It's not going to work well for me. So I just need to get myself and get out of here. But he keeps on getting taunted by John. Security gets in. And with men in general, they will puff up their chest, right? As soon as there's like safety and somebody starts holding them back, all of a sudden they become King Kong. And now Shane is just ready to, hit John, and John is ready to hit Shane, calling him all these names or whatever. Thankfully, no punches landed or whatever. They separated them and Shane was able to get his things and leave. And it's really upsetting because Shane is sitting on the front porch of his house that he lived in with his wife and her children that he was taking care of as his own because he's their stepdaddy. And she's in there on her kitchen countertop, legs spread open, with John in between them, talking about their life together and removing her. Well, John actually removes her wedding ring. He's like, why are you still wearing this? And she's like,
I don't know. Let me take it off. What?
Like, did you even think this out? Like, you're okay with this? Even if it's fake, why would you want to make yourself look like this? And I just feel like she did not think this all the way through. She did not think this all the way through. I just felt so bad for Shane. And obviously, they're separated. If you guys have the tea on that, let us know. The show ended with them being separated. That's what I think they are. But I would not put it past Lacey to try to get all of them back together for another season. So we're probably going to see Clint and Tracy next season on Life After Lockup, and we're probably going to see Lacey, Shane, and John next season on Life After Lockup. And I would not put it past Tracy to either introduce a felon of a different culture or a woman. She gives me that. I'm going to do this for controversy.
I'm also bisexual. And I'm in love with a woman.
She gives me that. I think she would do that. It's just like,
oh my goodness. I've always wanted to be with a Korean man. So now I'm in love with this Korean man.
Like, she gives me that. I think that she will do something like that, and then she'll probably fake a pregnancy and be like, I don't know who I'm pregnant by.
My Korean felon, my ex-husband, my ex-boyfriend John, or my girlfriend. I don't know. I don't know who the father or mother is.
She gives me that. She gives me that, and will I watch? If we make it to next year, let's go. Andrea and Lamar. Andrea, you're the problem. Not the felon. Not the dude who, what is he? Is he a Crip? Not the Crip who's been in prison for 20 years. It's you. The Black Mormon from Utah. You are the problem. How do you not see that? Your kids politely tell you every episode that you're the problem, but she don't see it. She does not see it. So Andrea and Lamar are having a family vote on whether or not they should stay in Utah or move to LA. And, Lamar, can I just say, I have no problem with you being in school at any age. I am somebody who is still taking classes and still trying to learn. I think you should never stop learning. That is my thing. Like, that's one thing about my family. We are all about education. We are still learning, my mom's actively in school right now. I'm, teaching myself things on taking these master classes and things like that. I have nothing against that. I think that's very smart. You don't know everything. So it's very smart to continue to learn, right? Nothing against Lamar for doing that. But bro, you 43, get out of the studio. Jay-Z is the only one. He is the only one, and he keeps on giving these rappers hope. Oh my goodness, Jay-Z is 53. It can happen for me. No, it cannot. It cannot. Stop. Stop. I think it would be great for you if this is your passion. Keep it up. Keep it up. But you're in the studio for what? What, Lamar? We've heard your songs. He's just, you know what I mean? Focus on school. Focus on education. You're a 43-year-old man with a whole family to take care of. You don't need to be in the studio. Are you selling dope? Then okay. Not okay, but I'm just like, that is the only way as a rapper you can supplement your lifestyle and be successful in this industry. Or unless you're a rich kid, but they don't even let rich kids get in because you got to have street cred. So brother, you got the street cred, right? The bars, the skill, you got the passion. You got the passion. You don't got the money though. The skill, you don't got the money, Lamar. So just stop. Get out of the studio with your brothers and get whatever trade school you're going to, get something out of that. Become an electrician. Become an electrician. Fix cars. Do something. You got some good blue collar hands, sir. You could turn your lemons into lemonade for this family. Get out of the studio. I don't want to be, as a fellow artist, I don't want to be like, oh, it's not going to happen for you. I'm just saying you got bigger priorities. That's all. So we finally get to this vote. And Andrea, I can't. So she's outvoted. Did the baby girl vote? Everybody want to go to LA. For somebody, I'm thinking of Nikki before I moved to LA. I get it. I totally understand it. If you ain't got no money, LA is not the place for you. And, you know, I get that that's where Lamar is from, and I understand that Angela doesn't want to live in his neighborhood, but I'm like, Ma, that's your only option, because y'all ain't got no money like that. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have no money to live in, like, a nicer area in LA, because a nicer area in LA is a lot of money. And I just don't think y'all can maintain that with that whole family. But they're coming to LA. And as soon as the vote is made, Angela starts all this crying. And she's just like, I have an African-American son. Understandable. I honestly get that. But ma'am, is there no racism in Utah? Like, is that like the only place that racism doesn't exist? Especially against Black men? Somebody tell me, is there no racism in Utah? Is that the best place to raise Black children? If it's a Black safe space, let us know. Let us know. We will get on the Underground Railroad and go to Utah and live our lives carefree. But I don't believe that. Anywhere your child goes with that Black skin, mama, he's going to go through it. You got to prepare your child. You can't hide your child from that. Especially if you want him to go out on what is the LDS journey? Whatever that journey is, where they got to go to different people's houses and, you know, spread the gospel. Do they call it the gospel? I don't know. You know, spread the word. You just want your Black son to just be going up to random people's houses, talking about, do they believe in God? I don't know. Talking about Mormonism. Like, you have not prepared your son. LA will prepare that boy. LA will prepare your son. That's the best place he needs to be right now. He needs to have a reality check. All your kids need to have a reality check. I won't say that she's not raising them properly, because I think she has some really good kids. They're very smart, but I just think that she is raising them in this bubble where racism doesn't exist. And she's like making it seem like racism is outside, and she's keeping them in these places where racism does not exist. And that is not true. I was one of them kids where I was raised in predominantly Black but diverse area, and I never experienced racism, right? I didn't know that my mom was protecting me from things. So there's probably a lot of racism that I would have experienced or didn't know what it was. I went to college my freshman year. Let me tell you something. Them white kids from the suburbs, let me know real quick what my people was dealing with in the 60s. I'm telling you, it was such a reality check. I cried so much my freshman year of college. I wasn't prepared for it. That's what Andrea is doing, and it's not healthy. You have to prepare your kids for the real world. You have to prepare them for the good and for the bad. And unfortunately, with this blessed melanin, curses follow as well. You know what I mean? And there's some battles that we have to fight that we should not have to fight, but it is the reality of where we're at today. And you got to prepare your son for that. Don't have him out there ignorant, not knowing that there are places he just can't go that are not safe for him. I remember one time I was cussing out one of my best friends. He was walking in his neighborhood, predominantly white neighborhood, at night. He was like, oh yeah, I'm just going for a walk around my neighborhood, maybe a little jog. And I'm like, no, you're not. Go back home. You know what I mean? But he is, again, one of them people like me back in the day. My ancestors knocked over my drink, so they probably want me to stop talking about this. But I'm just saying, I just think it's a great idea for them to move to Los Angeles. I think that Andrea is being ignorant, but I understand wanting to protect your child, but your child is no longer a child. Your son is growing into a man. Your daughter is growing into a woman. Your younger daughter will grow into a woman. You need to prepare them for the real world. You cannot protect them 24/7, unfortunately. And so I understand her apprehension. I honestly get it, but I just think she's doing a disservice by keeping her kids in this bubble. And LA is about to burst that bubble, girl. Especially where they're moving to, that bubble gonna get burst. That bubble is going to get burst. But I think it's also going to be a good thing. I really, really do. Especially concerning her kids' hair. They need help. Oh, LA ain't the place to go either. I just realized I get my hair done when I go to Philly. Damn, I don't know what's going to be best for these kids, but yeah, LA is better, especially if you're on TV and you want to do some different opportunities and, really make this reality TV thing work for you guys. That's the place to be. So, LA, get ready because the Black Mormons are coming. And can I just say, when Andrea said, "Well, to the ghetto we go," I lost it. Because they are moving to the ghetto. I know what area they probably aren't living in now, but the area that Lamar lived in, ciao. Keep your car running when you stop in. I will say this about Andrea and Lamar. I think this couple is happy, healthy, and in love. I believe a lot of the things that they do on this show is for storyline. I'm not hating. I'm just observing. And I think that they're in a really good place. And with Andrea being, let's tell the truth and shame the devil, a little unhinged, it's just good TV watching her overreact to things. But I honestly think these two are in love. I think they have a great family. And I think they're going to be absolutely fine with or without this show. I love this couple. I've said it before. They are the real deal. And I love the fact that they are complete opposites, but they make it work. This is a good family for a reality TV show solo. I think it would just be really good to just watch this odd couple family, navigate life. I think they have it in them. That may be what's happening because I do remember both of her children saying there are better opportunities out in LA for me than there is here in Utah. We might be getting this family on a different network. I would not be surprised if Sharp Entertainment sells a show with Andrea and Lamar to TLC. They would be perfect for that network. I wouldn't be surprised because I think Sharp also does 90 Day Fiancé. So mix that all up. I totally see that happening. Megan, Michael, and Sarah. Megan, this song, girl, straight from 1992. I was listening to the beat like, woo, we are taking it back to Freaknik days, okay? She was in that studio singing with this glitter beat. Megan, I'm gonna just be real. I think that Megan and Michael were done. I think that they only filmed these little scenes together just to keep this storyline going. But I'm thinking after last season, they were done. There was nothing else there. They just came back to wrap up this triangle, this love triangle that they were in together with Sarah and now Miss Maria. But I don't think that they had anything because their scenes together, they were both done. They were both done. There was nothing there, and it just felt very storyline to me. And also, we didn't get to see a lot of Megan, and I think it's because she's working on her singing career. Like, she wants to start branding herself, and if you go to her Instagram, she's doing it, you know what I mean? And I do believe that the both of them use this show to put a spotlight on their music. I just think that Megan is now starting to take it serious. Michael was taking it serious last season, but he's becoming like this reality TV star and very popular. And I just think he's just now focusing on that. But I think that now Megan is really starting to take her career to the next level, or at least using this show to do that. But I don't believe that there was anything between them two during this season. I think they were done last season. Because even when Michael breaks up with Megan, there's nothing there. Megan, who was so in love with him last season, driving up to his place, just hanging out with him in the car while he's on parole. She didn't do any of that this time. She wasn't flying out to see him. She wasn't calling him like that. Even when Michael came to say, well, I love you, I have love for you, but I'm in love with this other girl, Megan took it very easy. And I was just like, nah, Megan, this is not how you were acting 2 seasons ago. Like, this is not who we met. You guys have been done. Y'all just doing this for us. But I can see right through this storyline. Because in what world do you choose Miss Maria over Megan? Like, Megan, you know, she got a lot going on, but she ain't no Miss Maria. Oh, Lord. So Michael is in Miami with Miss Maria, and Sarah is in Rochester with her kids, and she's in her confessional crying because her heart is broken. Michael broke her heart that last episode, so I'm not surprised that she's doing all of this crying. But again, the thing that bothers me is the little lies, these big lies that she tells, because I don't believe that her daughter asked her if daddy died. Sarah, I just don't believe that. I just don't believe that. Not because Michael is this great dad, because you are so desperate and in love with this dude that you will lie on your kids to get him back. We've seen it. We've seen it. So I just don't believe anything she says about her children at this point. Do I feel bad for her? Absolutely. Do I believe her when she says things about her children? No. Honestly, like I said before in my last review, if Sarah would just admit that she's in love with Michael and she wants her family back together, I don't think I would have a problem with that, because it's just somebody who is lovesick, in love, trying to keep her family together. We've all seen that. We've all seen, especially women in relationships, try to make it work, especially because they have kids. I don't see Sarah trying to make this work because she has children. I see her trying to make her relationship, whatever relationship she has with Michael, work, her marriage work, because she loves him. She's in love with him. For some reason, she has latched onto this guy, and she doesn't see her world without him. And it's really sad, because we have seen that he has seen the world without her, and it's what he requires. It's what he wants. It's what he requests. It is what Michael desires. He does not want a life with Sarah. He's told her that he's done things to break her heart. He does not care. And it's sad, because she does. She still wants to be with him throughout all of that. And she will remain with him for a while, unfortunately, because as we see in the wrap up, they're still married. They're still, that whole going to, the judge and going to her lawyer about the divorce, that was all for us. Because if you're currently still married today, you was just doing that for storyline. Because even after all of that, this man is still your husband. Girl, bye. You in love with this man. You are in love with this man, and that just makes me believe that we are going to see this couple next season. I think we will see them without Megan. I think now Miss Maria has replaced Megan. So I think next season it'll be Sarah, Michael, and Miss Maria. Especially if she's still posting about him on her Instagram. So we probably gonna see her next season, and probably, oh, wait a minute, stuff might change, because normally during this time, they are filming the current season that we're about to see in the fall or spring. So they're normally filming while we're watching the show wrap up. So they're normally filming this time, but the filming starts within like a month or so. But with this whole, virus issue, I don't see that happening. Wow, this show could really change. This show could really change, because all production has been shut down. So who knows? Who knows? But if we get through this fairly quickly, which I don't believe we will, but if we do, we are definitely going to see this couple on next season. This throuple, unfortunately. Brittany and Marcelino, I haven't talked about them a lot in my latest reviews, and that's just because they're in a good space. This couple is happy. They don't have any issues. I honestly think a lot of this stuff is storyline. I think that Brittany was already going to move her family out here because, like I said, when I went to Vegas, Brittany and Marcelino are celebrities out there, guys. They are big celebrities, like getting escorts around places. Like, they are huge in Vegas. And I think that Brittany brought her family out here because it's just really good opportunities for the whole family at this point. Her sister, her mom, whoever could build off of her name because they're like, top dogs there. So I think they were already going to come out here. She just used the fact that they were moving out here and made it in the storyline or something like that. I don't think they have any issues. I think this couple is happy, healthy, and in love, just like Andrea and Lamar, and they're just tuning some things up for the camera. I just think that they're just in a really, really good place, and I think this show for them is just another paycheck. Case in point, Brittany shows Marcelino that she got the letter from the judge that she's being denied access to her children or records or whatever to tell her where her children who she forcefully gave up for adoption to the state because she was, in her addiction just wilding out, right? So when she gets the letter, she's chill. She's chill. And Marcelino is just like, well, we can, go another avenue, but, we're going to have to take some time to do it. And she's just like, okay. And then we shoot to her confessional and she's just like, I'm not going to pursue getting my children back. I'm not going to find out where the father of my children are. I'm just going to let it go. And I'm like, wait a minute, this was your storyline this entire season and that's it? You just gave up? You spent your entire season on trying to find your children and get access to them. And now, after this one letter from the judge, and it seems like there was a clerical error, you're just like, oh, I'm done. That's it. I'm not going to look for them anymore. Brittany, either you already knew where they were at and you found out that they were safe and fine and you don't want to disturb that, or you were never looking for them in the first place. Because you got a lot going on. I wouldn't be upset. Like, you just got clean. You got a whole family that you're starting here. You're on TV. It's a lot. Ain't nobody judging you for that. But I just don't believe this. I'm just thinking, listen, I'm not a mom, but I'm like, if you were looking for your children that you had to give up for adoption to the state and you were going through about the distressing about it all 12 or 16 episodes, this right here, this moment where you find out if you can or cannot pursue them and the judge doesn't rule in your favor and your reaction is, well, I'm done. That was suspicious to me. I just feel like if it was me, I would give more. And she just didn't. So I'm thinking she knows where they're at and they're fine. Or she's just not going to pursue them right now because she can't. Because she just has a lot going on. Not judging either way, but I'm just like, girl, this seems like storyline. That takes me back to my point. I think that this couple is in a good space. I think they've always been in a good space. And I think all of the, Marcelino probably cheating and all of that stuff, storyline. They're happy, healthy, and in love, and I love that for them. So I'm not sure if we're going to see them next season because they're in a good place. I really, really don't know. I hope they don't drum up some like crazy kind of drama next season just to stay on the show. Because that's the thing. If you don't have anything interesting, the show moves on. So I'm hoping y'all can come up with something that's interesting that doesn't put your marriage in jeopardy. Who knows? I hope that for you guys, but y'all doing big in Vegas right now. I hope you flip them coins to make it work for you, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think they'll come back next season? I'm on the fence right now. I don't know. And I'm not saying it's because of them. I'm saying the studio or the production company might not want to ask them back because they're in a good space. They don't have any conflict or drama. We'll see. We will see. Oh my gosh, can we talk about this baby gender reveal? I'm not into that, but if you do it, go forth and have a good time. I just wanted to say that this was a really beautiful way to wrap this couple up. Giovanni was so excited. They were like, what do you want, a boy or a girl? He's like, I want a baby brother. Like, he is just so, he's such a good kid. And I'm just so shocked because he has parents who are meth addicts. And I'm just thinking, I really think that Brittany needs to give props to the stepmom. Because when we met Tito, he was high. He was on that. He was on them drugs, okay? I think the stepmom is the reason why Giovanni turned out the way he did. I think she has been the one raising that boy. And Brittany, you owe her a lot. You really, really do. Because you got a great child. You have a great child. So we wrap up with the gender reveal, and Marcelino is going to get his boy, and he told Brittany that she's shutting down the factory, but she didn't look like she was convinced. So who knows? We'll probably see them back next season when she got she's pregnant with triplets. The way this couple, this couple's very fertile, so who knows? But I hope if we see them back, it's some fake storyline that this marriage can handle. If it's anything else, I don't want that for them because I like this couple as well. Angela and Tony, let's talk about the wedding. This wedding was everything I thought it would be. I was happy for Angela for that moment. She seemed really happy. Tony did too. Let's talk about his best man, Andre. I kept on the whole episode. I was like, who is this jeweler? Who is this jeweler? Because dude, whoever you are who was able to wrap Andre's teeth, his overlapping teeth in this gold so seamlessly, you need an award, bro. You need to be honored. You need a what? A Pulitzer Prize. You need a Medal of Honor. He did a great job for what he was working with. Every time Andre opens his mouth, I'm like, how did this happen? Let's talk about these vows. What in the Dollar Tree? Angela, in her vows to Tony, I will love you no matter where you are, no matter what comes in between us. Basically giving him a prison pass. And then after she says that, she's just like, well, this doesn't give you a pass to go to prison. Yes, it does. You just said it. You basically told him when you get locked up again, we still gonna be together. Poor Tony. You know he don't want that. Then in her confessional, wow, how the tables have turned. In her confessional, she's just like, well, that's it. Tony's mine. I marry him. You insta-hoes and you prostitutes, you gotta move on now because he's mine. Girl, is that a good thing? Is that a good thing? Like, first of all, you're acting like Tony is a prize, but then you're shouting out prostitutes and insta-hoes and telling him that they can't have him no more because he's married to you. This is what you should want better for your life, Angela. I just, at your big age, you should want better for yourself. This is, disappointing. And let's talk about them turning tables. Because when she's calling out them insta-hoes in the next confessional, she can't even get herself together. So the producers try to talk to her, get information or whatever. And she's just like, hold on 1 second. And she's like going through Tony's phone or whatever. And she's like, I knew it. I took Tony's SIM card. Tony, how do you not know that that's the thing that she does now? Like, men, no way you were made first. You know what? You were made first. God did make men first. And then he was like, oh my gosh, these are idiots. Let me make something better to help them throughout life. And then he made us. Because we got all the sense. Women got all the sense until we have sex with you guys. Then, yeah. Okay, because we get some of your dummy in our bloodstream. That's what it is. Anyway, she is losing her mind about Tony because she found some text and he's back with the prostitutes again. So she calls him and cusses him out and Tony is pissed. He's like, stop invading my privacy. And she's like, well, you won't have no privacy no more. Get your things and get out. And so we wrap up with Tony living in a hotel, seeming very happy because it seems like that's where he pimps out his prostitutes. Ooh, them women literally pay that man in sex and nothing else, and he's good. So he is like happy and healthy, and Angela is back in the trailer with, Trailer Park Jerry Springer, who was still in love with her, who was acting like he was going to make a scene at the wedding and at the reception. He didn't do any of it, but can I tell you something? He was drunk and sick at that wedding. When his confessional, he was just like, it's okay, because I'm still going to be there. My feelings ain't gonna change. I'm like, sir, stop drinking, Angela. This is the man for you, ma'am. Let this be it. He loves you. He's right down the street. He will care for you. I know you want something young and fun. That ain't in your cards, Mom. It's not gonna happen. I'm gonna be real with you. It's not gonna happen. Any young dude who has all their teeth is scamming you. It's scamming you. That's what it is. Like, just live your best life with Trailer Park Jerry Springer. But with this couple, who I get storyline from, I think they're going to come back next season. I think that Angela and Tony is in love with the fame that comes from this show. And I think we're going to see them next season as well. I think we're going to see everybody back next season except for Megan. Who do you guys think? Who do you guys think is going to come back next season? Let's talk about it in the comments section below. If you like what you see here, please like, comment, subscribe, share, and wash your hands. We're going to get through this, guys. I promise you. We're going to get through it. Love you. Bye. Until next time.